Greetings. Since the government uh, is in shambles, there's a history of the reason why. It's infighting going on against the U.S. government. It goes all the way back to the Federal Reserve corrupting Congress by putting in motion the Federal Reserve Act back in 1913. This compromised the Constitution. When that compromised the Constitution, that put the Constitution in suspension because the Federal Reserve overrode Section 10 in the U.S. Constitution when it comes down to using gold and silver, precious metals, as currency. And so now all you got is trillions and trillions of dollars worth of debt. So the black man was never present when the Constitution was made up. He had no representation at the very foundation of the Constitution. He was a slave, prisoner of war, and the United States was committing war crimes by keeping us from our historical culture for 200 and 300 years, turning us into them, devils. We weren't like the rest of the blacks around the planet, Africa. They let the white Europeans colonize them, and some of their kings and chiefs, compromised their people. But we were kidnapped, brought here as prisoners of war. The initial act of us coming over here was in 1555 as prisoners of war, kidnapped, and then eventually made slaves. So, since all this has transpired, there was no one to on our behalf to speak for us. So Allah came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad to put us up on game, to put us up on the knowledge of self and technology. So they lost after coming to Master Farad Muhammad. They lost the extension of time. It started, the ability to rule was on the clock, and the clock was ticking and the time was running out for their ability to rule. So they did all dirty tricks to prolong their extension. But now time is up. They are not, they don't have the ability to rule no more. That's why you got all this civil war that's happening now. So the only authority is the supreme authority of the Most High, by whatever name you want to call him, but the proper name is Allah. And those Islamic countries that broke bread, got in bed with the enemy, you know, Iran, you know better than to put your money into American banks and to deal, even the trade. I wouldn't even trade with him. You know, they tell you that in the Quran. You know, you know they were infidels, but you wanted to try to be slick. Same with Saudi Arabia, same with Iran, even Gaddafi. You know, you can't deal with the beast. Now, Allah gave us, the black man in America, a pass. The descendants of slaves, a pass because we didn't know no better. But now that we know, you know, we can't keep on letting the devil take the place of Almighty Allah. Allah tell you can't, you know, have him as your God and Allah as your God too. You got to do the will of Allah or do the will of the devil. If you don't, you're going to have to pay the consequence. And I'm speaking out because most of y'all ain't got enough sense to bow down to the will of Allah properly. You'll do it against your brother. You know, y'all will kill each other up for some nonsense. But when the enemy, the real enemy, use bio warfare on you, chemical warfare on you, weapons of mass destruction, building up that's telling you he's against nature, period. He got enough weapons, the kind of weapons that could kill the whole planet. So his authority, as far as I'm concerned, is up. You are to govern yourself using the laws of the Bible, because the Bible got Allah's laws in there, and the laws of the Quran. Both of them are interchangeable. They are interreactive. And using the supreme wisdom of Master Farad Muhammad in the lesson book. Those are this is what you're supposed to be going by now. You're not to try to blend in with the devil. He has no more authority. Your time is up, man. I'm talking about Satan, as far as I'm concerned, with me. Black light.